Asia has been experiencing a record-breaking heatwave over the past 2 weeks. It has already been described as one of the worst heat waves in Asia's history and has affected around a dozen countries. The capital of Bangladesh, Dhaka, saw temperatures over 40 degrees Celsius. Both Laos and Thailand experienced record-breaking temperatures, with 42.7 for Laos and 45.4 in northwest Thailand. Yunnan in China recorded 41.9, and large areas of India recorded temperatures in the high 30s and low 40s. The heatwave was due to a high-pressure system that sat over the Bay of Bengal. High pressure suppresses clouds and rain, allowing temperatures to rise if the high sits over the same place for too long. The heatwave was possibly exacerbated by a strong low-pressure system over northeast Africa that allowed heat to build up over the Middle East as it pushed hot Saharan air over the region. You can see this dome of warm air build up over the Middle East before it makes its way towards India. Bangkok hit 42 degrees on April 15th, but with a staggering feels-like temperature of 54 degrees Celsius. The feels-like temperature, also known as the apparent temperature or the heat index, is the temperature that the air feels like to humans, and is calculated using a mathematical formula that basically describes how easy it is for our bodies to sweat. The human body cools down via sweating. When sweat droplets evaporate from our skin, body heat is removed, cooling us down. There are two variables that affect our ability to sweat, and they are wind and humidity. If the weather is windy, you tend to feel colder, and if the air is humid, you tend to feel warmer, and that's all to do with our ability to sweat. Wind makes sweat evaporate off our skin easier, therefore making us colder, kind of like blowing on hot food to cool it down. And high humidity makes it harder for sweat to evaporate, therefore we feel warmer. And that's why 42 degrees Celsius in humid Bangkok can feel like 54 degrees Celsius. A heat index of 54 degrees is incredibly dangerous, and heat stroke is highly likely. The relationship between heat waves and climate change is beyond doubt. Heat waves are getting longer, hotter, and more frequent as the planet warms. And humid cities like in Southeast Asia are particularly vulnerable.